Welcome to today's gentle chair yoga practice. Today we're going to focus on triangle pose. It is an excellent pose for stretching and opening up through the hips, the sides of the body, and also stretching out the back of the legs, specifically the back of the knees. So before we get started today, make sure you have a yoga strap. It doesn't have to be an official yoga strap. You can use a belt or an old tie from your closet. Both of those will do. Even a scarf if you happen to be going through some of your winter kit in the last few days. A scarf will also work really well. Just place that beside your chair. Keep it handy within arm's reach. And we're ready to get started. So sitting back, fully supported by the back of the chair, behind your shoulders, and under your thighs. Soles of the feet resting comfortably flat on the floor. Relax your shoulders. Let your hands rest heavily on your thighs. Palms up, palms down. It really doesn't matter which. I just want you to be comfortable. Try and find a position so you haven't got the urge to fidget or shift. You're perfectly ready to be still for the next few breaths. Go ahead and close your eyes once you've settled into the chair. Take a couple of deep breaths. And kind of, rather than deliberately deepening your breath, let your breath flow. And notice that once you bring your attention to your breath, it naturally begins to deepen and slow down. It just feels so good to breathe. Bring your arms to your sides. As you inhale, sweep your arms up. And just bend at the elbows as you let your wrists cross overhead. And then sweep out to the sides with your breath out. Breath in, sweeping up. Letting your wrists cross overhead once again, elbows bend, and then all the way out and down with your exhalation. Let's do that 2 more times. Really maximize the range of motion in your shoulders and the elbows. Pay attention to your breath. Just keep your eyes softly closed so you can really focus on your breathing. And tune into any sensations in the shoulders, the elbows. Bring your hands back to your thighs now. Rest on the back of your hands so your palms are turned up. And just gently wiggle your fingers. Now relax the hands. Let your hands feel really heavy on the top of your thighs. Still, palms turned up, but fingers completely limp. Now draw your shoulder blades up towards your ears. Roll your shoulder blades back and slide them down. You'll feel them pushing into the support of the back of the chair. That's good. That's exactly what we're looking for. Now stay tall from your hips to your shoulders. And just slowly bow. Bow your chin towards your chest. If you were to open your eyes, you'd be looking straight down at your hands. Now just slowly lift the chin away from the chest until you feel like your ears are in line with your shoulders once again. And then bow one more time. Slowly, chin comes towards the chest. Let your head feel heavy. Now stay here with the chin tucked towards the chest. Doesn't need to be touching. Just want your head to feel really heavy. So part your teeth. Relax your jaw completely. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Relax the shoulders with the exhalation. Let's do it again. A breath in through the nose. Exhale to heaviness. Heaviness in the shoulders and the head. One more breath. In through the nose. And exhale, heaviness. Breathing out through the mouth. If your eyes are closed, slowly open them as you lift your chin away from your chest. And just gently open and close your hands, opening enough to feel a stretch into the palms. And just a gentle fist, trying to get your fingertips to the heel of your hand. Now keep gentle fists and just place your fists on top of your thighs and roll onto your knuckles and just kind of push in there until you feel a stretch in the back of the hand and the top of your wrist. And then relax. Do that again a couple more times, just going slowly, rolling forward to bring the back of the hand forward and down. Just take your time. The more you push, the deeper the intensity. Notice if the intensity feels different between the right and left side. I'm noticing a lot more intensity in the back of my right wrist, right hand, than my left, which makes perfect sense because I'm right-handed. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm just going to hold here for a breath and then release. Wiggle your toes. Try to isolate each toe. Really wiggle so you're feeling the stretch into the top of your foot and into the sole of each foot. And then rotate through the ankles. I'm going to do both ankles at the same time. And go the other way. And then just alternate swinging each foot just to work into the knees. All right, so let's come to standing. We're going to work into the hip a little bit here, using the chair for balance. So standing to the right of your chair, make sure that you've got a good grip on the chair. You feel safe, you feel steady. Standing on your left foot, just let your right leg swing, just a natural little swing. A little bend at the knee. The sole of your right foot might just gently brush the floor. Now take a moment just to place both feet on the floor, feel steady, giving the left leg a little bit of a rest, left leg a little, left hip a little bit of a rest as well. Still using the chair for support. Now you're going to lift the right knee up and just swing it in front of you, up and around and down. Now go the other way, sweeping out and in. And let your foot come down onto the floor and shift your weight off your right foot just for a half a second or so in between each rotation. So rotating in and up, foot comes to the floor. Now rotating out and in, foot comes to the floor. Let's do that 2 more times in each direction. So in and up. Now out and up. One more time. In and up. Foot comes to the floor. Out and up. Foot comes to the floor. Switching sides now. So that the leg you're working is the leg to the outside of the chair. Gentle swing, just a little bend into the knee. Let the sole of your foot just brush, sweep the floor gently. Whoops, I just hit the wall. Literally. All right, take a break, equal weight on both feet, just giving the right leg, right hip a little bit of a rest. using the back of the chair for support. Now the left leg. Think of the knee drawing a giant circle with your knee. So sweeping across the body, up and out. Foot comes to the floor. And then sweeping out and in. Foot comes to the floor. Sweeping in and up. Foot to the floor. Sweeping out and up. 2 more times. Remember to place your foot on the floor in between each rotation, just to reestablish your balance, reestablish your center. Last time, make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. There we go. All right, let's sit back down. I'm going to turn the chair sideways so that you can see. Still got my strap, belt, tie, scarf, whatever it is that you're using within reach. Sitting at the front of the chair, so you're sitting really tall. Shoulders heavy, feet hip distance apart. Toes pointing forward, knees right over top of your ankles. Try not to let your knees fall outwards. Keep the thigh bones square in the hip sockets. Now inhale, sweep up. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your knees and continue to bow forward. Pause here. Let your belly rest on your thighs. Now lift your chin away from your chest so you're looking slightly forward. Feel your shoulder blades squeezing in towards your spine. Now drop your chin down towards your chest. Let your head feel heavy. Then inhale, sweeping up, ears in line with the shoulders. Keep big breath in, press up, sweep up. Exhale, release. I'm going to do all that again. Breath in, arms sweep up. Breath out, hands come to the shoulders. Continuous movement, bow forward, belly to the thighs. Take a breath in, lift your eyes, look forward. And with your breath out, tuck your chin towards your chest. Really slow, steady breaths. Inhale, lift your eyes, get a sense that your ears are in line with your shoulders. Push into your knees. Breath in and breath out. One more time. Inhale, arms sweeping up, wrists over top of shoulders. Exhale, hands to your knees, continuing the exhalation till your belly rests on your thighs. Inhale, lift the eyes, look forward. Exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale, lift the eyes, ears in line with the shoulders. Keep inhaling, push yourself up. Keep inhaling, sweep up, big breath. And exhale. Whew. Bring your feet wide now. Hands to your knees for support. Turn towards your right knee. And just fold over your right knee. Stay long through the upper body as you do some really deep circles. Think of drawing a circle with the crown of your head on the ceiling. All the way around you. Keep your hips heavy on the chair. Try not to let your hip come off the seat as you lean in the other direction. And once you're up tall, rotate the other way. Last complete circle, wherever you are, just finish in the tall position. Hands to your knees. Keeping your hands on your knees, using your knees for support. Take a breath. And as you exhale, fold forward. This time, keep the belly resting between the thighs as you just look beyond the top edge of your mat. Get a sense that your ears are in line with your shoulders. Careful not to do too much compression in the back of the neck here. Think of reaching the crown of the head straight ahead to the wall in front of you. Now focus on the lower back here. Mentally focus on the lower back and think about turning your tailbone upwards just slightly to feel the back of the hips broaden and feeling a gentle stretch there in the lower back if you aren't already. Maybe the forward fold is enough to feel the stretch there. I'm thinking about staying flat and long from your tailbone to the crown of your head. With your next breath in, just press yourself up, coming all the way up. All right, reaching for the strap. Just place the strap behind the sole of your left foot. Your left heel resting on the floor, spread your toes on your left foot. That helps keep your strap in place. Now a little bit of a bend in the back of your left knee here. It's hard to see because my pants are loose. They're not tight. But keep the left heel grounded onto the floor. Now sit tall, really tall. Pull the fronts of the shoulders back. Let your shoulder blades slide down your back towards your hips. Now looking straight ahead. Again, you've got that sense that you're really tall from your hips to the crown of your head. And your ears are in line with your shoulders. Now just gently, just using your elbows, gentle grip on the strap, just slowly pull your toes towards you and at the same time let your heels slide on the floor. Keep a tiny little bit of a bend in the back of your knee. Drop your eyes now to the corner where the wall meets the floor and pull yourself forward. Just bend at the elbows. Use the sole of the right foot, pressing into the floor for support, so you don't just flop into your left leg, but you're feeling a slow increase of intensity in the stretch in the back of the left leg. Just a gentle grip, bending at the elbows. We're not trying to reach your toes or anything like that. Just a stretch. And soften your grip and bring yourself up. Switching feet now. So strap goes behind the sole of the right foot. Left foot flat on the floor, left knee over top of your ankle. Spread your toes on your right foot to help anchor the strap. Back of the right heel is pressing into the floor. You're aware of a small bend in the back of your right knee to keep your knee joint safe. Looking straight ahead, feeling really tall, ears over top of the shoulders. Take a breath. And as you exhale, drop your eyes down to the corner where the wall meets the floor and slowly begin to pull your toes towards you, push your right heel away, soften at the elbows, and bow forward. Just until you feel the stretch into the back of the right leg. A subtle increase in intensity, nothing more than that. And press up. And release. Both feet now. Spread your toes on both feet. Strap is behind the soles of both feet. Knees are soft and bent. You need to keep a bend in your knees here. Otherwise, you'll fall off the chair. We can't have that. Sitting tall, ears in line with the shoulders. Now use your elbows. Bend at the elbows. Pull yourself forward. Now drop your eyes down to the corner. Take another breath. And as you exhale, go a little farther forward. So you're not worried about pulling your toes towards you this time or pushing your heels away. Think about bowing towards your thighs, but keeping your gaze on the corner where the wall meets the floor. Coming far enough forward to feel a gentle stretch in the back of the knees. And then release your grip just slowly and bring yourself up. Let's come to standing. Place your strap off to the side. We're done with that for now. Turn the seat of the chair towards you. Stand just a few inches away from the seat of the chair. Not too far back, 6 inches at the most. Standing tall. Take a breath in. Sweep your arms up. With your breath out, bend your knees. Plant your hands on the seat of the chair. There you go. Lift your eyes. Look towards the back edge of the seat of the chair. Take a breath. And as you exhale, push into the floor with your heels, your feet, and stretch out the back of the legs a tiny bit more. Stay long through the spine. Keep the ears in line with the shoulders to maintain proper alignment of the vertebrae. Now soften your knees. Feel your weight shifting back into your feet now. Hands are freer, so inhale, sweep out and up. And as you exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, bow forward. Hands coming to the seat of the chair. Step your right foot back. Right foot steps back. A little bit farther than a walking step. Land on the ball of your right big toe. Now keep the right big toe planted on the floor, heel high. So we're not pushing the heel down, not yet. Lengthen the left leg, so long left leg. Looking straight down between your hands on the seat of the chair. Get a sense that your ears are in line with your shoulders. You've got that long flat back happening from your hips to your shoulders. Take a breath. And as you exhale, just bend at the elbows. Feel your weight sinking into the heel of your hands. Just feeling a stretch into the left leg, left hip. Breathe. See if you can bring your shoulders into line with your hips. You don't need to bring your forehead to the chair or anything like that. Just try to feel in your body if you can get your shoulders into line with your hips. Now press up. Rotate on the ball of your right big toe. Turn your heel. So now your right heel is in line with your left heel. A little bit of a bend in your left knee. Left hand stays on the seat of the chair. Bring your right hand to your hip. Keep the softness in your left knee. Now turn to look to the right. So you're looking in the same direction that your right toes are pointing in. Try to keep your left knee pointing in the same direction as your left toes. Now take a breath. And as you exhale, push down with the left heel. Lengthen the left leg as much as you feel you can. Remember, if you've lost your breath or if your breath gets shallow, it means there's too much intensity in the pose. You need to make the pose, you need to step it back just a little bit. Now once you find the sweet spot being there's enough intensity that you feel like you're creating change, but you haven't lost your breath. Once you can do that, sweep the right arm up. Wrist in line with the shoulder. Breathe. Triangle pose. Take one more breath. And release your right hand. Right hand comes back to your hip. Soften your left knee. Now turn. As you turn to look towards the chair, notice your shoulders turn with you. As your right hand reaches for the chair, lift your right heel up and step your right foot forward. Take a breath. And as you exhale, bow towards the chair. We'll stay here for one more breath. Press up. Soft bend in the knees, left foot steps back. Longer than a walking step, land on the ball of your left big toe. Take a breath. And as you exhale, push down with the right heel, lengthen the right leg. So both legs are long here. Left heel is lifting off the mat, so you've got a wider stance than if you were in pyramid pose. In pyramid pose, the soles of both feet connect to the mat. Now when you're ready, when you feel steady, slowly begin to bend the elbows, searching for the sensation in your body that you feel the stretch happening in the hips, the back of the legs. The goal is to get the shoulders in line with the hips here. Breathe. Press up. Soften the right knee. Pivot on the ball of the left big toe. Plant your heel so your left heel is behind your right heel. Left toes pointing to the left. Bring your left hand to your hip. Turn to look towards the left, the same direction your left toes are pointing in. Take a breath. And as you exhale, push into the mat with the right heel. Lengthen the right leg. There we go. Find the sweet spot for you, where you feel some intensity, but the breath is still deep and strong. And once you're there, sweep the left arm up. Wrist in line with the shoulder. Triangle pose on the left side. Feeling a deep opening here into the left hip. Want to challenge your balance? Bring your gaze upwards. Breathe. With your next breath out, sweep your left hand down, left hand returns to your hip. Soften your right knee. Now rotate towards the chair. At the same time, let your left heel lift off the mat, pivoting on your left foot as your left hand comes to the seat of the chair. Step forward. Take a breath. And as you exhale, bow towards the seat of the chair. Now, if you're deep into your forward fold here, we've stretched the back of the legs, we've maximized the range of motion in the hips. If you feel like you can stack forearm on top of forearm and rest your forehead on your forearms or fist on top of fist. Coming into a modified child pose right here. Now plant your hands on the seat of the chair. A little bend in the back of the knees. Slowly bring yourself up. Shift your weight into your feet and then sweep out and up. And release. Let's come back to sitting. We're going to do one more exercise with the strap that has nothing to do with the hips or legs. So grab the strap, lean all the way back in the seat of the chair. You want your hands kind of reaching for the corners. So quite a long piece of strap here. Just a gentle grip on the strap. But keep the strap taut. Try not to let the strap go slack between your hands. So here we go, pulling the hands apart. Take a breath in and sweep up. Now see if you can pull the strap behind you. And then exhale, bringing the strap down. Just let the strap graze your thighs. And as you inhale, sweep up again. Lean into the back of the chair and push your hands behind your shoulders. Exhaling. Let the strap graze your thighs, then lift up once again. Big breath in. Leaning into the chair, reaching behind you. Exhaling. Let's do that 2 more times. Good stretch across the fronts of the shoulders. And last time. Place your strap off to the side. Let's do some shoulder rotations. If you have your elbows bent, you'll actually get bigger range of motion into the shoulder joint than if you have your arms straight out. Right? Range of motion is different from flexibility. Flexibility is how much room you have to move when the muscles are engaged. Range of motion, when your elbows are bent, is how much room you have to move when the muscles are relaxed. So let's change direction here. And you got it. When your arms are outstretched, you have to engage the muscles. And the range of motion is smaller. So bending at the elbows, really exploring the range of motion in the shoulders. Let your hands rest on your thighs. Sitting tall, go ahead and close your eyes. A couple of deep breaths. Just slowly, one breath at a time, checking in with the whole body. So bringing your awareness to the feet. And as you exhale, just relax and soften through the soles of the feet to the tips of your toes. Shifting awareness now to your legs. And as you exhale, just release all the thigh muscles, the calf muscles. Let your legs feel heavy. Hips now. Exhale, sink into the support of the seat of the chair. Rib cage. Feel it expand with the breath in. And as you exhale, feel the complete release of breath and the gentle hug of the rib cage. Shoulders. Feel the shoulders rise up with the breath in, and as you exhale, just sinking in. It feels like your shoulders are sinking into your hips. Hands. With your exhalation, the hands feel really heavy, resting on the thighs. Fingers completely limp. Arms. As you exhale, the weight of the arms, tug at the shoulders, pulling the shoulders even farther away from the ears, closer to the hips. The neck and throat. You can feel the friction, the movement of your breath as you inhale, just slowly wandering down the throat. And as you exhale, release through the back of the neck and the insides of the shoulders. Soften your jaw and your tongue. Now take one more deep breath here. And as you exhale, release all the tension from around the eyes, the cheeks, the ears. let go of the control of your breath. Let your breath flow. Take 2 more breaths, just steady, glorious breaths. And just slide your hands off your thighs. Let your arms dangle at the sides of the chair. Notice how your thumbs have turned in and your palms are now turned back. So open up through the shoulders. Feel your arms rotating as you pull your shoulders back. Feel the arms rotating forward. Palms of the hands turning forward. Thumbs now turning outward. Put enough energy in your hands so your fingers are spread wide, but no tension, no tightness there. Next breath in, sweep your arms up. Thumbs coming together to touch overhead, and then bring the palms together. Exhale, hands floating down, palm pressing to palm. Rest your hands right in front of heart center. Take a moment to be grateful. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be loved. And may all beings be at peace. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.